Hello? Is that too loud? It wasn't loud, but now, like, it's super, super quiet, so I think it might be too loud. Alexa, volume down. Well, now I can't hear anything at all. Alexa, volume up. Oh, that's way, way, way too loud. I'm going to have to go turn that down. When you get on, say hello, and I will be right back. That is super too loud. Okay, I just like to hear it a little bit for me, but I don't necessarily want to broadcast it for you guys to hear, because then you can't hear my words. So hello, happy Tuesday evening. I am so excited. Who got the reminder text today? Who just got that reminder to remind you to come today? Hey, Jean. Welcome, Katie. Hey, Nicole. Meredith and Laura and Kathleen. Hey, Kathy, Jocelyn. Yes, good. I'm glad. So I was a little worried about doing it this late because I know that a lot of East Coasters, it's 10 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock in Florida. I also know that some of our Australian viewers, and you do not see or hear you. Oh, does anyone else see and hear me? Anyone else? Hello? Can you guys all hear me? I think. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm seeing hearts, so I'm thinking that you can hear me. Okay, cool. Nicole, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Maybe get off the broadcast and then come back in. So I was worried about doing it this late because I know that some people are probably still in bed. But I also know that, like, Pacific Standard Time, right now it is 7. I also know that in the UK, it's like, okay, in Australia, it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I believe. So it's right in the middle of their day. And then I think the UK, it's like 11 a.m. or something. But I'm super glad that you guys are all here now. And you guys can catch on the replay if it's not the right time for you. And tomorrow, maybe I'll do a different time. My kids' bedtimes are around 7 and 8. So 9 o'clock for me is perfect because they're in bed. But if it's not perfect for you, I can change it. Not a problem. Okay, if you got the reminder, then you know you should have a notebook. So how many of you brought a notebook or at least a little notepad with you? Because I'm about to school you in some basic knowledge of photography. And I say basic because I'm like just going to give you the part that I think you need to know. But it's like what professional photographers know and understand. So it's just a little, but you might need to write it down or you might want to understand a little more. So I'm going to talk to you about it. Real quick, before we get started, just let me know so far, because I want to wait a few more minutes, what is your favorite thing about being in the group, or what is something you've discovered about yourself in just these 2 short days that you've been here? Light me up. Tell me what you got going on. I would love to know. I can tell already I'm going to need to put on like ears because I keep fiddling with my hair. And one of the biggest reasons I wear headbands is because I always touch my hair and it annoys me when I watch it back. Yes, Jean, you get a sticker. First time I've seen your face. And I'm not kidding. Like, I went back through your profile to double check that I had not seen your face somewhere. I've only ever seen this much of your face. And I was blown away that you put it on your Facebook profile. I was so excited. That your pics Don't have to be perfect. All the positivity and love. Yes, I love that too. The support of the group. And you know what? The cool thing about that, you guys, is that you all are the same. You're all taking the same class. The only other person that is here with me to help encourage is Shelly. But everybody else in this group is taking the class and genuinely wants to encourage each other. It wasn't a requirement. I mean, it kind of was. I say comment. But the actual love that's coming out and the support that's coming out is mind-blowing. You guys, we have 200 ladies in this group. Instead of tearing each other down and being negative, they are all encouraging. Can you even fathom the amount of love and kindness and blessings that are like going on in this group that will carry on after this group? Because you're going to make lifelong besties in here. And you now went from having maybe 1 or 2 supporters in your business to having 200 women that are here to love and encourage and not compete. We're just here to lift you up. That is my favorite. It is my favorite part of this community. Love it so much. You will leave with a strong support system of women who want to see you succeed no matter what you're doing. I love that. Okay. Thank you so much for telling me what you're loving so far. I'm so excited. Now we're going to jump into the lesson. So get your paper and your pencils ready because we're going to do a short technical and then we're going to get into the real stuff. Alexa, set a 30-minute timer. Okay, I'm going to try to do this in 30 minutes. But if I don't feel like I'm giving you all the info, we're going to be a little bit longer than 30 minutes because I need to make sure you guys get this. So if you guys don't know, the entirety of a photograph is a lens capturing light and dark and being able to capture gradients of those shades. That's what a photograph is. Back whenever the very first camera was created, it was literally that's funny, Renee. It was literally like this cool film. They would open a little hole and the light would burn into the film. And wherever the light didn't bounce from, that part stayed dark. And wherever the light did bounce from, that got brighter. And that's what a photograph is. It is the light and the dark being recorded on a film. And it's the same for a digital camera. So once I think you understand that, you might start to look at the light around you differently and the way the light hits your face and hits your environment, okay? This might be review for some of you. You guys might know this. But a lot of times I find that people don't know that and they can't figure out why, like, watch, why all of a sudden it gets so bright or why, like, you get blown out or anything. Of course, my camera's not going to do it right now, but that's important to understand. So I'm going to teach you how to manipulate a light source and your camera so that you look well lit all the time. You might have a different style than I have. You might like darker, moodier photographs, and that's fine. And I 100% like, go explore that and do that. Be your own person. What I'm going to teach you here is a basic beauty lighting, meaning a basic lighting that is flattering on everyone, so that then once you understand that, you can go discover the moodier sides and things like that, okay? We are going to do a little bit of off-stand shaky movement to show you some things, so just if you get motion sickness, I'm very sorry. But it is going to be great. And I will show you my setup. Yes, I will. Okay, so you kind of know the technical part, which is why sometimes if you're too dark, it takes a minute for your camera. See how that happened? See how it got really bright and then my camera, what's happening behind the scenes is the iPhone the smart camera in there is trying to be super smart, and it's trying to say, oh, wait, it's too dark. We need to brighten ourselves up. We need to open our sensor and let more light in. Or when I get it too bright, it says, okay, whoa, that's too bright. We need to fix the sensor so that it takes some of the light out. So if you've ever done a live, or if you've ever watched a live where someone was almost unrecognizable in their face, and I mean like that split second, let me see if this will do it. So watch, see how my face wasn't, watch my face for a second. There's a split second where the camera doesn't know what it's supposed to light and what it's supposed to keep dark. So it fiddles around. If you've ever watched a live or seen that happen, I want you to pay attention to their hair color and the color of clothing that they're wearing. Those play key parts in what your phone decides it's going to brighten and lighten. For instance, because my hair is pulled back and I'm pretty close up in the frame, the camera sees that this is the majority of the photograph. So this is what is the most important thing to have properly lit. Does that make sense? Now if I sit back, look at how that wall got brighter. It now thinks this entire part of the room is important, so it's properly metering everything. As I get closer, I'm the most important subject, and it stops putting light or letting light through on that. Is this kind of clicking with you guys? Are you guys getting this? I'm not the world's best teacher in the world, but I'm really trying to help you understand how your camera's sensor on your phone is going to work, so that if you find that you're going to take a selfie and these things are going wrong and you're trying to figure out what it is, you understand what's happening. So I have a black shirt on, and if I was up taller, it sees all this black and it will brighten my face. If I pull this down and there's enough skin, it still sees that there's kind of that skin there. When I first started teaching this method, I would show people, listen, you guys are having problems with your lives. Try wearing a white shirt, because having a white thing there would balance and make people darker. But right now, my camera, I'm so close up that I am telling the phone and the camera that this is the most important thing to light on, okay? Which is also really, really important for you to be this close. I've noticed, and I've been watching your selfies, and a lot of you go very, very far away, and that is normal. What I'm going to teach you tomorrow in angles, you're going to be blown away at how close I am to my camera, because to you it's going to be like, holy cow, she's like 5 inches from the phone. I am. But that makes it so conversational, which we will learn in the third lesson, which is connection. We will learn why that is so, so important. So Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa Gonzalez has very, very dark hair. If she tried to do a live and she had a black shirt on and her very dark hair and she sat this far back, her phone would be like, whoa, there's so much dark in here. I have to make it uber, uber bright. And so her face would probably be blown out. So if she was trying to do a makeup live or something like that, nobody would see what she was doing because everything was so dark. So I do recommend, if you have dark hair, try to wear a medium gray shirt or a medium pink shirt, or like some kind of tone in the medium range, not too light and not too dark. Dark-haired women can wear white because the black and the white will balance each other out. But again, it's probably something you're going to have to experiment with. And that brings me to my next point. All of these tips that I'm teaching you only work if you practice and practice and practice, okay? They will not work if you just listen and try to go do a selfie tomorrow and it's not perfect and decide you don't want to do it anymore. Okay? You have to become the professor of your face and your selfies. And I want you to set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day, starting tonight and tomorrow, to practice whatever tip I gave you. To take the photograph, look at it. Try this lighting, look at it. Take the photograph and look at it, okay? Let me see if I can get some questions without losing my sense of thought. Just got on, valuable tip, okay. I do, Amanda, depending on your hair, I do suggest wearing light colors or medium colors. Clearly I have a dark color on, but that's because I know I'm gonna be up really close and I have a light wall. If you see how it's lighting that now and my face is blown out, it's because it thinks that this needs to be lit, so it's really letting the light in a lot more. But I can just move back in. And a lot of cameras have a feature where if you touch the most important thing with your finger on your screen, so if I touch the tip of my nose, it would readjust the lighting accordingly. Like it would say, oh, she wants her face lit, so let me fix her face. If I had sat way back here and did it, it would readjust. If I got over here to the side and it got too dark or too light, but I wanted my face to be, don't make a liar out of me. Where are you? There we go. I can just touch things and it will automatically adjust the lighting. Amy, I will teach you, yes, a little bit of a full body, a couple of little poses. I am doing monthly classes and each class will be designed around something. So like full body influencer photos, how to photograph an outfit, things like that. That's coming later this year. I have an amazing year planned out. Every month will just be $7, so don't worry about having to pay any more. I might even go into a pro editing week where I teach you everything I know about editing a selfie on your phone. And I've considered opening a pro editing Photoshop class. That one might cost a little more, but that's later on down the way. Interesting, I have dark hair and wear dark clothes and can't figure out the lighting. That's why, because your camera is probably reading all the dark and trying to do its best to fix the darkness, but in its process, it's blowing out your features. You already answering. I'm just going to ask, how do you deal with your lighting auto-adjusting frequently? Yes. If you move a lot, it will do that, okay? If you stay in frame, like when I do makeup lives, this is how close I like to be so that everybody can see what I'm doing. But if I turn my head and my hair, it blows out. It'll come back, just touch your screen if you can't get the lighting to get better. Is it better to have a light or a dark background? If you have a dark background, you have to wear lighter clothes to balance out that range of light and dark. If you have a light background, you can wear lots of different things. I enjoy having a light neutral background because then I know I can get the lighting pretty good almost every single time. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I don't think it's different with Samsung. What do you mean? Do you mean the touching? I think that I've recently researched and most of the cameras nowadays in any smartphone are similar and they do the same type of thing if you know how to manipulate your light source. So if I turn this off, it's clearly, whoa, I can't even see, hold on. Whew. It's clearly too dark and all you can see are these awesome little lights back here. My camera, coolly enough, is reading a little bit of light on my face from my phone screen and it is making everything else super bright, or like it's trying to catch light. Now if I turn this up, Shannon, I would love to. It immediately starts to understand, but I want you to notice something else. Hold on. Look at the camera right now. Or look at this photo. Do you see all these teeny tiny little dots? like it looks grainy. I'm sure you've heard the photograph like term, it looks grainy. You can see little flecks of color and coloration and pixels all over my skin. It's because it is trying to pick up any type of light. The brighter your photo, the brighter the live, the more sharp, precise, and high definition your photo and face will look. Okay? Which I think is key. And I want you to, this is a personal preference as well, but for me when I'm scrolling through social media, if I notice a well-lit, sharp, high dynamic, beautifully contrasted photograph, I will stop and literally say, wow. And I have to read what goes with that photo. In fact, that was the title of my book last year, Selfies That Wow, because I really wanted to get across the point that, hey, I can teach you how to get people to stop their scroll and just be wowed by your photograph. Let me show you how. Selfies That Wow was created last year, and that's actually where this whole entire course came from. So it all has to do with lighting and how you are perceived. If you're laying in bed and you're scrolling and you see somebody laying in the dark, you may not read what they have to say. If you are following a makeup artist and she posts a photo and the makeup look is really, really dark because there's not enough lights, you may not want to buy what she's selling. But if you see something that is bright, looks alive, looks engaging, the skin looks the color that it's supposed to be, the hair looks the color that it's supposed to be, the eye, you will stop most likely and read or try to figure out what that post is about. It's just that simple. Okay, moving on. I have little notes here. I'm covering everything pretty good. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is, where did my daughter cleaned up my office for me, and she moved some stuff. I'm so sorry. Okay, if you were on the homework yesterday or this morning, you saw me talk about a poster board. Now, if you don't have a ring light, you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to have to worry and do your photo sessions, your selfie sessions in the daytime. Shanna, it's for sale on my book. It's for sale on my website, which my website is currently being designed, so it's kind of hard to get to. If I have enough people that want to get interested in it, it's a PDF. And last year when it came out, it was $50. Now I sell it for $15, but it's currently like tucked away because my website is being built. So we'll see. We'll see if I bring it out. Maybe I'll give you guys a discount. Maybe I'll bring it out and just sell it for super cheap. Just so that people can see it, because it is really good. It is basically teaching you what I'm teaching you now. It's just there are photos, there are diagrams, there are demonstrations in the book. So if you don't have a ring light and you want to learn how to work the natural light around you, I highly suggest getting 1 or 2, maybe 3 of these poster boards, because these cheap little 50-cent poster boards from Walgreens can reflect light, and that means like it's going to bounce it back. So black absorbs light, white reflects light. Do you see the difference? Watch. Okay, look at my chin. So if I put the light here, do you see? Whoa, look at that. Watch that. Okay. Dark, 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 right? Watch this. Here comes reflect. There's no more shadow there. Isn't that cool? So if you're in a place where you're only using natural light, and for some reason, because there's this shadow over here, you need light to make that shadow go away, you just bring your little poster board right here and it will reflect the light. And here's why I even suggest doing this if you have a ring light, because it can be fun to do and take different photos with that. When I'm talking basic beauty, wow light, everything needs to be well lit. The darker your face gets, the more your wrinkles will show, the more your under eyes will show, the more any imperfections in your skin will show. And we all know that even though we're not focusing on those things, we still see them and we don't want to share them with people, right? So having a nice, well-lit, bright face takes away so many of those imperfections. We don't necessarily see them. It almost like, the technical photography term would be that it's blowing the highlights, meaning that it is making them so bright the details aren't showing. Duh. Hello, free smoothing software right there. If I can get the detail in this part of my forehead to basically be non-existent just by having a lot of light on my face, I'm going to do that. I mean, who wouldn't do that? So let me show you a couple of things. I'm going to take my phone off of the stand because you need to see what it looks like if you have light that's too high, light that's too dark, no, light that's too high, light that's too low, and just right. Right now, the lighting is perfect, and it's basically sitting right around my face. It's perfectly right around my face. I wish I had another phone to show you. I might need to invest in that. But I'll just flip this around and kind of show you exactly from my face angle what I see. Okay, so this is where my face sits, and you can see me in that reflection of my window over there. This is how I sit with the light. Okay? So can you guys see that? Can you tell me yes? I think you can. I am sitting like inches, like I can stick my arm through. I am literally about 6 to 12 inches around. This is a ring light. This is the ring light that I'm giving away at the end of this class. This is my favorite ring light, and I'm giving it away. So this is where I sit. I sit right so that my face is in the center of the ring. Okay, now watch. If I stand up and I'm this tall, this is what the light looks like on my face. Look at how horrible this looks. This looks like campfire lighting. If you've ever been camping and you've been sitting by the campfire and that light, it's not tilted over my head, Emery. It's just slightly tilted forward, but it's not tilted over my head at all. Sitting like this, the light comes from underneath, which means that anything that is sunken in is going to cast a shadow. So this looks horrible. They look way worse than they are. And look at how wrinkly and like fleshy my forehead looks. This isn't a pretty angle to be photographed at all. So if you're using a window, don't stand above the window. If you're using a ring light, don't let the light be below you, okay? So now we're gonna get to here. Let me show you. This is not tilted over. This is just barely, no, it's not even tilted at all. It's got a bendable arm. So, let me show you if I can sit like this. Nope, that's my wall. I just saw something. Wait, look at this. Apparently my daughter left me a message in the sequins. Or my husband. I don't know. I share an office with my husband. Okay. So, see, this isn't bent. It's not over me at all. It's just right here. Okay? So now, if we go too low, you're going to watch in this reflection right here. Ow. If the light is too far above me by, like, here's the top of my head, here's the center of the ring light, this is what the light looks like. It's not horrible. It actually still looks good. But do you see the ring light right here? Do you see that? Because there's this weird shadow, this looks a little more jowly. And I actually need to set you down for just a split second so that I can get the light a little higher, because I've seen people do this too, and I want you to see that this isn't correct either. So I'm gonna raise the light to like right about here. Okay. All right, so now you guys can see I'm behind it. Like, this is the top of my head, and the light is in front of me, but it's a little too high. And then this is how it looks on my face. Now it doesn't look horrible, and most people probably wouldn't notice this, but I can see that my eyes look a little more droopy and that my chin looks a little more flopsy. Though it's not a huge deal, it really isn't, but I notice it, and I don't want my eyes to look droopy if I'm trying to sell eyeshadow, right? I want them to look open, and I also, oh gosh, sorry. I also want the light to look like I have a ring light in my eyeballs. I love how that looks. Yeah, not a fan of gels. I don't know that anyone is, I guess, unless like we're eating like pig gels or something, which I've never had, so I don't know if those taste good at all. Okay, so now, yes, so it makes your eyes look super, super pretty. I got it to fiddlesticks. Hold on. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? I have 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. It's not going to work. I'm going to need a little more time. 30 minutes is just not going to happen. Sorry, guys. So now I want to show you, I did it again. Now I want to show you what it looks like to be on the side and how having a poster board can really, really help you. And also the importance of keeping the light in front of you. Now, if there's like no way you can get the light in front of you because maybe you're just not on your way there, the phone holder came in the ring light. You guys, I will talk about the ring light in a little bit, okay? Let's skip that part. I'll put it down, okay? You guys will get it, but not right now. All right. So here's side lighting. Notice this side of my face is really, really lit and looks pretty. Still not as pretty as like front lighting, but it's not bad. But this entire side, okay, so you can see this scar here that you probably had no idea I had. You can see this deep set wrinkle right here from the mom face. You can also see this vein right here that you only see when the light hits it that way. And then all of these wrinkles, right? Look, my hand even reflects light because it's a lighter thing than the shadow. That's crazy. So what I'm going to show you is if you had a poster board and you had to have the light on the side of you, if you just put that poster board right here, all of a sudden you're totally lit. You see that? So take that away, and I don't really look flattered. The lighting doesn't look flattering. But if you do this and you put that right here, it reflects enough light that my full face looks like it is lit. Now you can do the same thing with behind. If there's only a way for you to take the photograph with the light behind you, a lot of the times you end up being way too dark. But if you bring a poster board to the party, now we're lit. And if you angle it just right, I'm plugged in because my phone was dying. Sorry. It's a little bit of a hectic mess right now, isn't it? That's okay, because life is just this way. All right, so if I angled my head the right way, then my hair would look really cool. It's like does this really cool effect, but my face isn't as bright as it should be. So if I bring the poster board in front of me, then my face is lit and my hair is lit, and it's really neat. It's just another fun little way to play with light. Knowing how to manipulate light is so amazing. So, Anne-Marie, one of my eyes is smaller than the other two, but nobody can tell that. So, we don't talk about that, right? Okay. All right, really quickly, let me show you the space I'm working in because I know that you asked to see it and I don't know when I would show it any other time. So, here is where this is my wall. I have one, okay, first of all, let me preface this. I live in a 90-year-old home, and the upstairs attic has been converted into small spaces, no doors, and they considered them bedrooms. Whatever. And we are demoing a little bit, so if you see stuff, just go with it, okay? So here's the... So this is like my closet in my bedroom. There's this one wall that I have painted and made to look so pretty and nice. One wall. Oh, I keep all my makeup in these drawers. That's my little wig stand over there. But this one wall is where I do most of everything. But let me just show you how small the space is. If I take 4 steps this way, I hit another wall where I have this old vanity. And you can see all the Christmas Amazon boxes right over here. But nobody sees it in my live because I don't normally show that. And then if I scoot back to where the wall... So now I'm really close to the wall. I literally can almost reach that wall. Like, it's not very far. That's where I have my light set up, or I use the window right there. This is my desk. That's my husband's workspace. And that is one backdrop that I do use sometimes. But this room is super small. It genuinely is the size of probably some of you, like your walk-in closet. But the way that I use it in a photograph, nobody would know that because I keep myself mostly in the frame. If I'm trying to do an outfit photo or if I'm trying to do a lifestyle photo, I don't do those in this room because this room is just not set up to do that. I do it outside, or I do it at somebody else's house, or I do it at IKEA or the mall. I get like, I think, okay? Like it just does. All right, so now I taught you how to bounce the light. I told you about the light being too high and too low. I taught you about how small your space can be and still be perfect. If I just, Alexa, stop. Alexa, set a 15-minute timer. Okay, sorry. Ever since having post-concussion syndrome, if I am not setting reminders and timers, I get lost. So I appreciate that you are understanding and you let me talk to everybody's Alexa at once. Ooh, you know what'll be real fun? Alexa, play Careless Whisper. If your Alexa is now playing that song, I want you to raise your hand.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, she's being super, super quiet. All right. Alexa, play Liberty's playlist. So, if I didn't have this whole wall, I could just use one little tiny wall. One little tiny wall would all it be. You know why? Because all of my selfies are pretty much this close up, or I really pay attention. So, I will teach you all about that tomorrow with angles, on paying attention to your backdrops, on paying attention to what you're doing. Oh my gosh, I love that everybody is listening to that song. That cracks me up. I watch YouTube videos by this girl named Mikey. She's called Glam and Gore on YouTube. And she ends her YouTube videos with that song every time. And every single time she speaks to her, mine does whatever she says. It cracks me up. So you know you can do this, okay? So tomorrow morning I will be setting up homework with this. But tonight I want you to practice. I know it's dark, so there's not daylight. If you don't have a ring light, I want you to just go into your bathroom if you have any kind of forward lights, and I want you to practice what it would look like. Also, refrigerator light is some of the best light to practice in because it's white. Usually it bounces only white in there. And if you open it up and you really get in close, you can get enough light on your face. And I tell people that all the time. That is a great way. Good night, Anne Marie. I'm wrapping up, so you're not going to miss much. I believe that is the lighting lesson. Now, if you have any questions, I will answer them. Oh, okay. Hold on. Somebody did ask about the ring lights. So here are what I have found to work the greatest. My very first ring light was a 19-inch Interfit fluorescent light. It was the same size as this. It was 110 volts and 65 watts. And I bought it on for $99 on Amazon. It did not come with a light stand, so I had to purchase that alone. Yes, round vanity mirrors work. Lights, yeah. What I recommend to people who don't want to purchase a ring light but want to have lighting available in the nighttime is to either buy daytime light bulbs and put them in a light, like to put them, oh, I can't get it. Just to put them in a small lamp and take the lampshade off. That works. Or go to Lowe's and buy a utility lamp. It's $8. It's, hold on one second. One second. Oh, sorry. Okay. This is a utility lamp from Lowe's or from Home Depot. They are $8. You can put a daylight light bulb in here that you buy from Walmart. And you can set this up. They have a clamp. So you can set this up anywhere and face it to you. One thing about these lights, it is a direct spotlight. So you won't have this ring light effect. And you may need to stand pretty far back so that you don't like blind yourself because it is super bright, but it is a more cost-effective option if you cannot afford or do not want to spend money on a ring light. And you don't want to use a lamp, okay? The other option is the one that I'm giving away and the one that I use now. It is a dimmable ring light. Yes, Jean, you can. It is a dimmable ring light. This is 18 inches. It's LED, so it doesn't get hot. And it is a 15 volt, so it uses less electricity. It's also dimmable. I think I said that 25 times. So for me, because I have PCS, which is post-concussion syndrome, bright lights really, really affect me. And I didn't know that. And I only had that intervolt light, that interfit light. And when I would sit down, I would get a headache so bad because the light was so bright. It was like this bright. And just sitting here now, I can't take it. Like, it hurts my head. Being able to have a dimmable light that still gives me the proper lighting on my face was key to my business continuing to move forward. I just didn't know it. So this one currently is around $125. It comes with the ring light. It comes with the stand. It comes with the remote. It comes with a phone holder in the middle and also a camera holder. It is what I am giving away. Everyone who is in this class is enrolled in the giveaway. I'll be giving that away on Friday, and it will ship right to your door via Amazon. So those are my 3 suggestions for artificial lighting. But seriously, you guys, daylight is perfect. You just have to plan your selfies around morning to mid-afternoon, and you can get all the lighting you need, okay? If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Watch for your homework assignment tomorrow. It will have to do with lighting, so I will post it early. And I expect to see everyone participating. It is the newer brand, Neewer. This is decaf. It tastes like decaf. That's it. Tomorrow night, we will have a lesson. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. I'm not sure which one. We will have a lesson on angles. And we will talk about finding and working your best angle. So, I guess I haven't ever paid attention to the clicking part. So, 1, mine doesn't click. Mine just turns. I mean, it makes a little like sound, but it doesn't actually click. Okay, hold on. So if I turn it off, I turn it on. Okay, so there's like 1, 2, 3 clicks. If I'm going really slow, 4, 5, 6, probably 6 is about where I go. I just know how to get up close enough. All right, you guys, I would love to hear what you thought of this lesson. I do like screenshotting your comments. I like adding them to social media to show people that I'm not just a kooky person. I think I almost said cook, but then I said kook, and it came out wrong. Anyway, and I also, you know, it's my love language for you to tell me what you're liking and what I'm bringing to you and how you find value in it. So thank you for joining. I hope I didn't go too far over 30 minutes, and I hope you guys have a great day. Watch for homework tomorrow. Bye.